On Sunday night, House Republicans are expected to hold a conference call to talk about a proposed stopgap measure that would keep the government open until early March. Now, in the past, conservatives have been opposed to these short-term measures, but in a split government, this may be the only way to keep the government open while talks continue.
Our top-line agreement remains. We are getting our next steps together, and we are working toward a robust appropriations process.
Speaking on Friday, Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson said their budget deal was still very much alive. It was agreed to with Senate Democrats and would set the top-line number at $1.59 trillion.
I've spoken and received feedback this week from many members all across the Republican conference. That's a very important part of this.
The conservative speaker has heard backlash from many of his Republican colleagues who say the bill does nothing to cut spending or change policy on the southern border.
We've got two big threats to this country.
Republican Mike Collins from Georgia telling us on Thursday that for him and many other conservatives, cutting the national debt should be a top priority in any deal.
I will take a look and see what that bill says. Right now, I'm not a supporter of it. Like I said, we need our cuts.
A budget deal would need bipartisan support to pass the Republican-controlled House and the Democratically controlled Senate and White House. Democrat Nancy Pelosi urging moderate Republicans to stick to the deal.
When you're dealing with the budget bill, it's a negotiation. Nobody ever gets everything that they want.
All this as separate negotiations continue that would link Ukraine funding to policy changes on the southern border, where migrants continue to flock every day. The Department of Homeland Security confirming over the weekend that a mother and two children drowned on Friday night as they tried to cross the Rio Grande. Lead Republican negotiator James Lankford aired his frustration this week about Senate inaction.
This body has been allergic to working on how to be able to solve the border crisis.
And over the weekend, this Senate border deal made some serious waves on social media after an advocacy group leaked the details of this apparent deal. After this was aired on Fox News, a screenshot of the details were spread by conservatives who were outraged by the proposal, the House Speaker chiming in saying simply, absolutely not. Lead Republican negotiator James Lankford responding by writing on X, a lie will go round the world while truth is putting its boots on, urging people to reserve judgment until they read the bill. In Washington, I'm Koslof, Spectrum News.